I need to get something off my chest, and it may come as a surprise to you, but I'm sick of hiding my feelings. I like 2D animation. Growing up, I consumed a lot of it. From classic Disney movies to random anime, hand-drawn animations have inspired me and ignited my desire to be creative. However, I've noticed a disturbing trend in recent years. The 2D animation that I love is a dying breed. It's being replaced by its cheap, ugly counterpart, 3D. The problems that I have with 3D animation are threefold. The 3Ds, if you will. Simplification is an inherent part of creating art, and everyone simplifies things in their own way, but the medium which you use can also impact the way that you are able to stylize. For example, it's easier to represent something using only lines with a pencil than it is with watercolor. Each medium has pre-baked visual attributes, which make certain styles easier to achieve. The inherent qualities of 3D make it difficult to get a style that I enjoy, and in my opinion, is the only one that matters. I just think it's so much easier to get a style that is unique and interesting when you only have to worry about 2Ds instead of 3. That is just too many Ds. Also, have you seen the default unrendered textures in 3D animation softwares? Because they make me wish I were DEAD. So, due to all the necessary technical skills like modeling, rigging, and most importantly, executive producer-ing, technically 3D is more expensive on average to produce. But the thing is, if you don't spend millions of dollars, it'll look like cheap. Lots of TV shows and smaller animation studios don't have millions of dollars to spend, so a lot of 3D ends up looking like cheap. Because it is. And besides, 2D animation looks way better, so why would you spend more money for something that looks worse? I mean, it does have an extra D. There's a certain organic, dynamic quality present in 2D animation that is next to impossible to replicate in 3D. As a natural consequence of using a computer to render three-dimensional objects and movements, the animation is stiff by default.
That is the biggest lie I've ever heard.
You really have to babysit every aspect of the rig in order to get a decent result, and most people are not willing to put in the effort necessary to get rid of the garbage that the computer gives you. I mean, I can't really blame them. It's tedious, and it makes me want to use this cool new bath bomb. All this being said, I do not hate the animators or other people involved in the production of 3D animations. In fact, I have a great deal of respect for them. Our mediums may be different, but we're both animators at the end of the day, so I know that they take a lot of skill and effort to create. There are also a few 3D animations that I genuinely enjoy. I don't want 3D to replace 2D. There seems to be a consensus that 3D is just the better version of 2D, which just isn't true. I mean, can you think of a live-action remake that is better than the original? I can't be the only one that feels this way, but sometimes I just feel so alone. I mean, the only 2D animation in the West has been completely reduced to soulless puppet animation for children's cartoons. And that just leaves anime as the only source of consistently good 2D animations, which really bums me out. Don't get me wrong, I like anime, but it is far from perfect. I mean, I hate a lot of the tropes, and power fantasy isekais make me want to But recently, 3D has even been making its way into the anime world. I just don't want to see my favorite medium completely disappear.
What the? You can't do this, please!